Hello, Elriku Namaskara. So today we are going to discuss about the remaining problems on moving average method. Okay, what are the different problems available? Let us see one by one. What are the continuation of the odd and even year problems. uh, Moving average. So let us discuss the merits and demerits of moving average. This method is simple as compared to the method of the least square. So there is a next method where you are going to use the mathematical or the algebraical method for calculating time series. So compared to that, this method is easier. If the period of moving average happens to coincide with the period of cyclical fluctuation in the data, such fluctuations are automatically eliminated. So if you are finding any cyclical fluctuations, so in that particular data where you are calculating, so that can be eliminated. The moving average has an advantage, that is it follows the general movement of data, and its shape is determined by the data rather than the statistician's choice of mathematical function. Compared to other methods, right, here statisticians are not interfering, it will not be in a point of bias, right? So whatever data it comes, so that only will be plotted on the graph. So trend will be prepared based on that. It is particularly effective if the trend is of a series of very irregular series. If it comes, so automatically it is best method. So what are the limitations? So trend values cannot be computed for all the years. So we have seen the beginning year and the last 2 years in case of odd years, and the beginning and last 2 years in case of even years. Certain data you are not going to get, right? You cannot calculate all the details, all the data of from each and every year. Then great care has to be exercised in selecting the period of moving average. So here for calculating, so you have to calculate the you have to select the data, right, for how many years you are going to calculate. So that that is a skill of the statistician. Since the moving average is not represented by the mathematical function, this method cannot be used as forecasting, which is one of the main objective of trend analysis, right? So for forecasting purpose, here you are not using any statistical technique. So you are not using any mathematical model. So it cannot be used for predicting the future trends. You can calculate the present trend, but not the future trends. Although theoretically we say that if period of moving average happens to coincide with the period of cycle, the cyclical fluctuations eliminated. But in practice, the cycles are by no means perfectly periodic, right? So in the normal situation, it is not possible. In the normal situation, you have to follow according to the periodical level of cycles, right? So that is not possible in case of moving average method. So when trend situation is not linear, the moving average lies either above or the below, right? Here you are going to find out the values which are there in the information given. So you cannot find out where uh, if it is not straight line method, or if it is not in a straight line, the curve is not in straight line, so that time you cannot find out the exact value of the data. Next, we'll solve some other problems. Okay, 5 yearly moving average you have to calculate with the following information. So here 5 yearly moving average, so value is given, information is given. So here 5 yearly information, 5 yearly total and 5 yearly moving average you have to calculate. So 5 yearly total is total of 5 years, and the middle you have to write the total, and with this total 515, if you divide it by 5, you will get 103. Why 5? 5 yearly moving average. Next, so from here to here 5 year, so with that in the middle value you have to write the total and divide it by 5, you will get 106. Then from here to 98, so 5 values, total it and divide by 5, you will get 103. Like this you have to calculate these calculations. Next, Next, so this is earlier was a odd year, and this is also odd year. Okay, 3 yearly and 5 yearly in one problem we have solved. Okay, so 3 yearly first we'll solve. So 11 to 21 information is given. So 11 to 21. So here, uh, so first we'll solve 3 yearly moving total. So 3 yearly means 1 2 3. So here to here, so middle line you have to write the total. Then you have to divide it by 3, you'll get 19. Same thing from here to here, 3 years. So middle line you have to write the total, then divide it by 3. Then next, from 21 to 16, 21 to 16, middle line you have to write 57, that is the total, then divide by 3, you'll get 19. Like this you have to calculate. So last one I'll calculate. So 21 20 20 61 is the total by 3, 20.33. Like this you have to calculate. Next we'll calculate for 5 yearly moving average. So 5 yearly, so same information, just ignore these things. 3 yearly, from here to here, 5 yearly. So middle line you have to write the total. Total of here to here is 93 and divided by 5. Divided by 5. Why 5? Because this is 5 yearly moving average. So divided by 5. Then from here to here total, then divided, the total will be 92 and divided by 5. Then from here to here calculate the total. Total is 91, then divided by 5, 18.2. Then 1 2 3 4, from here to here. So once again, from here to here, from 20 to 16, from 20 to 16. So middle value is 17, so total is 86, then divided by 5. Like this you have to calculate till end. So last one I'll calculate from here to here, 17 to, then the middle line is this one, total is 94 divided by 5, 18.18. Okay, so these are the some extra problems under moving average method, odd years. Okay, thank you for listening.